Hello friends, Jennifer Pearson here, Thistle Gypsy, with another story of cards, particularly the Shaman Oracle. So I just posted the story of the dead animals, the predator, the dead animals, my dead animal year. And kind of the same day that I pulled the card from the Shaman Oracle for that, I had a conversation with my sister, and it's the second conversation in a series we're going to have, based on The Big Leap. This is The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. And I had read this book and really liked its messages and kind of its challenge to face your upper limit problems and discover your zone of genius and these wonderful things. And I know that my sister, who is a massage therapist, has been interested in making some changes in the focus of her practice and was struggling a bit with that. And so I thought, well, I'm going to send my sister this book. It's not very expensive. And so I sent it to her, and after she had some time to read it and digest it, she said, do you want to go through some of this together? It's one of those books that has questions for you to answer. And I said, sure, let's do it, because I wanted to do that. And of course, without a partner, I was slacking because I was quite busy with my YouTube channel and doing readings here and things of that nature. And I guess the first time we talked, I had mentioned to her possibly pulling cards around some of these questions. So we ended up talking about what work do you do that doesn't seem like work? And we shared what that was for each of us. And then we decided to pull some cards, I think, around the next question. Or maybe we weren't being that focused. What were we asking? Oh, she hit on a question that was part of what work do I do that doesn't seem like work. I said, I'm going to pull out the cards, you pull out the book, and go ahead and look. And she was kind of scanning, and she found this phrase that was what to think about as you're answering the questions. And it was, this is why I do the work I do. This is why I do the work I do. And for her, I pulled out a card from the Fairies Oracle and just nailed it, just hit right on it. And then, so I pulled for myself from the Shaman Oracle, since it had given me this lovely lesson about the Hunter of Abundance that I talked about in my previous video. And this is what came up for that question for me. This is why I do what I do. Okay? And this is, it's just lovely. I feel like I've been given gifts here. The Ancestor of Guidance. I've always loved this card anyway. I love those funky wild antlers there. They're just extremely cool. So here we go. This one truly will be short, but I did want to share The Big Leap with everyone. Can I get it in here? The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. If any of you are doing those kinds of explorations of, if you feel like you have any interior issues that are holding you back, upper limit problems. And an upper limit problem is kind of ingrained assumptions or conditioning from childhood that's saying, I can't be more successful than X. Or this means that I'm becoming, quote unquote, too successful, or things of that nature. But then toward the back, actually, after they talk about the upper limit, they talk about the zone of genius. And this is starting to target the zone of genius. But this is why I do what I do. And this could even be my zone of genius. I don't know. I'll have to, we're still in the exploration stages here. But here's the voice that I read, always with the shaman oracles. I go to the book and read their voice. The ancestor of guidance. I am the ancestor of guidance. I remember you, and so I watch over you. I guide your steps as you embark on your life path and counsel you as you make important decisions about the direction you will take. Okay, so this is the spirit of what I want to do for people. Guide might even be too strong of a word, but I do want to provide you with information as you embark on your life path. And for that information to serve as counsel as you make important decisions about the direction you will take. And sometimes it isn't even a direction you will take so much as understanding as things unfold, and to not underreact or overreact as things unfold. So it's helping you see as things unfold. Because I am of your family, however ancient, I know well the deepest places of your heart and soul. To me, that statement is speaking of the cards themselves. The cards are the human family. Any maker of these cards is attempting to tap into basic human experiences. Okay. So I know well the deepest places of your heart and soul and stand ready to assist you in discovering the path you need to follow. And now I'll read just their general information that they have here for the ancestor of guidance. The mighty stag with its branching antlers is one of the most powerful images to be found on cave walls. Here it represents the all-important act of guidance. In an ancestral context, this guidance is far more profound than merely showing a physical path. It is, and this is the shaman, you have to remember this is the shaman's oracle. And it is based on shamanic practice, which is a way that, in fact, I didn't initially connect with it because I'm not that familiar with shamanic practices. But it has to do with a journey, a psychological, although I'm sure they would say it was something other than that, psychological, psycho-spiritual maybe, journey that you go on with definite guides. Okay. It is the guidance of our footsteps on an inner journey of the spirit, orienting us in the right direction and ensuring that we take no wrong turnings or decisions. Now, I will say this, that one of the ways this rings true from my practice with reading tarot cards and all kinds of cards, oracle cards, I love the variety. And that is that I'm not likely to be the reader that says, go do this, or so-and-so is doing that. Occasionally I will get strong messages that way, but, I am giving more a message of how you can move forward in the most positive way on your inner journey of the spirit, as they say here. To minimize any wrong turnings. Sometimes we do have to do that. Sometimes you get a message, and surely true of me, you get a message and you say, I'm sorry, I just can't heed that. I have to go by what my impulse or what I'm thinking I need to do. Even if it's wrong, I need to go to that wrong place before I can turn to the right place. So I totally honor that when that's the case. I'm going to continue to read from the guidebook now. The ancestor of guidance oversees the steps we choose on ours. This is sort of a guardian spirit here. We choose on our path through life and counsels us from the all-encompassing wisdom of the spirit world. Now, I will be brutally honest. I do feel like I connect with people, that I am connecting, and certainly somehow we together are getting, are being given a message. but I don't feel some sort of direct connection to the spirit world. I feel like when I'm working with the cards, I feel like I'm assessing them, I'm evaluating them, I'm actively creating meaning with them. Now, and I don't feel personally, this is my Fool energy. I feel like I have some pretty heavy duty Fool energy in my makeup. And that is, I don't feel like I need to understand or know where how the cards, or what presence, what force, what is resulting in the cards that are pulled. I don't know what that is. I don't feel that I need to know what that is. I don't feel like I have some sort of direct divine connection that other people don't have. I mean, maybe to some extent I'm more open to it, just from what I've been through or who I am or something like that. But I don't feel it. That's all I can say. um, I just do what I do, and sometimes it is marvelous. In that, this was perfect. This is like, yeah, that is because I do love when I'm able to do this, and I guess part of the reason that I do it is at this age, I'm now 53. I feel like in having that Fool energy, and having done any number of stupid things, and taking any number of wrong paths. I'm very good at wrong paths. Although you can certainly say that no path is the wrong path if you lead where you are, and you're I can't call myself healthy actually, but I'm whole, and for the most part, whole, and able to function in a way that people still find valuable, and all of those good things. So, and even my trials, I feel, have made me older than I would otherwise be. And I'm not going to say I'm thankful for that. I'm not going to say it was worthwhile. If I could live my life over again and forget some of the major issues, I would do it in a heartbeat. There is power in more than one way, and if I could have the power that didn't have the difficulties, I would take it. But I do feel that I have been able to get value out of that, and wisdom out of that, and have aged and understand vulnerability and difficulty, and hope that I can help other people walk through that, beyond that, to the other side of that, and understand, as I think all older people can, that we have victories, we have failures, the old wheel of fortune, issue of riding the wave, riding the wave, and trusting that if you're in a downtime, if you endure, you will hit an upside once again. Alrighty, so there it is. I just felt like sharing. What can I say? I just felt like sharing, and I was so happy to get my ancestor of guidance. And for anybody who is interested in exploring their upper limit problem or their zone of genius, check out The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. Alrighty, take care. Bye-bye.